Hi, this lesson is on how to modify formative assignments. The students can see how they're doing as they're doing the assignment, and particularly the quiz assignment, and how you can use that to help students take a quiz and find the right answer along the way. So these are all formative quizzes that are done during my class. I'm going to go ahead and go to the first one of them. And in this case, they read a section and they watch a video before taking the quiz. And I'm going to go ahead and change the settings on this one from the defaults that I've always used in the past to the new settings that we're going to try when we get back from spring break. So I'm going to go to Edit Settings. I'm going to expand all, and I'm going to take a look down here at the settings, particularly the question behavior and the review options. This right now is set at the defaults. The default is deferred feedback, which means you don't know whether you got anything right or wrong until after the test is over, which is fine and preferred on a summative assignment, but maybe not on a formative assignment. So I'm going to change this from deferred feedback to adaptive mode. Adaptive mode means that they're going to get penalties every time they get it wrong, unless I say adaptive mode, no penalties, which means they can keep correcting it forever until they get the question right and they can get themselves 100%. I'm going to choose adaptive mode at first. Now, I also have to check some things. They need to know whether they got to answer right. I'd like to let them see how many points they got, and I'd like them to be able to see this feedback on the question that they're currently on. So I'm going to check those three things. So I've switched it to adaptive mode, and then they'll see if it's correct when they answer it, how many points they got, and what feedback I have in there for them. So I'm going to go to the bottom and hit Save and Display. And then I'm going to go and preview the quiz to show you what the difference is. Because I have added that feedback, they now have a button that says check. And so when they read this question and they answer it, they hit check and it immediately tells them, hey, you got it correct. And you got 1 point out of 1 point for this particular question. It will not let them change it and lose points. You can see all of a sudden it says incorrect, but I still have 1 point because I've previously said it is correct. So you can see if they go and change it, it won't take away points. They still have 1 out of 1. The next question, if I do it, it's the same thing. I'm going to go and intentionally pick some wrong answers here. There we go. So when I check this, it's going to say partially correct. I currently have 1 out of 2, so I have half of them right, and it says which ones are correct. That's right. That's right, but these two are wrong. What is the right answer for that one? So I can go through and say, oh, that's actually that, and that's actually that, maybe? And he check, and then it's going to say, oh, you got them all right except for that one. That one's actually 10. Oh, not 100,000, 10, there we go. And I'm going to say check now. Now, I got them all right, but because of the adaptive penalty, I only got half of the points. So it took away points every single time I tried, but let me keep trying until I found the right answer, which is why this is more of a formative question change. I'm not getting 100, but I am getting it as all right. Analog video devices hook up through the following, and you can see it's a recorded question, so I could listen to that if I had the audio on for you to hear. Which one? So I'm going to say HDMI and say check. Now, the answer is wrong, and I even have comments in there that this is a digital, so they're going to lose points on this. And then they go, oh, no, wait, it's VGA and check. And now I must have this one set to not take away points. Let's see where that is, by the way. If I go to Edit Questions, and I go down to the bottom where it says multiple tries, I have it set at 0. The default, by the way, is 33%. But I can change it to any one of these that every single time I do an attempt, it takes away 10% or 20 or 25. You get the idea. This one was set at 0, so no matter how many times they tried this particular question, they were going to get nothing taken away from them for that particular answer. I did not know I had that one set that way, but it's interesting to show that. And then I'm going to go to the next one. Digital video outputs provide higher quality to hook up the following. and I'm going to get this wrong. I just got a penalty of 0.2. Oh, wait, it's a HDMI. And I check and I got it correct, but I don't get full credit because I lost some of the points for doing multiple attempts. Let's go to the very first one. And now I can go and finish the attempt and say submit all and finish. And then the students would see exactly what they got, what points for on this one. But because it allowed them to do it all as they went, they were allowed to keep answering the question until they found the correct answer for the question. However, other than this one, it penalized them along the way. It's an interesting way to change our quizzes to um, kind of be self-critiquing for those formative items that students do in our Moodle classes. And I wanted to point that out for everybody because it's kind of new to me. Thanks.